Now we are going to see about markers. So what is markers? Markers are simply to say it's just the reference point that you can mark in your timeline or browser. So as you normally do with a piece of paper and a pen, you mark on your paper, right? You mark for something important. You mark for to-do list. You mark for completed things. So you mark it just to make a reference point and easy to identify. So that's the same case with your FCP. So you can add marker to your clips or in your timeline just to show you, okay, these are the list of things that you need to take care of. These are the list of things that you have already handled. These are the things that you please take attention. So something like that, if you wanted to mark something, you can add markers in FCP. Okay, so let's see how we are going to do that and how that functions. So as we have done in our previous video, it's very easy. We already have added two markers over in our timeline. I'm going to add another marker here. So first thing is to place your skimmer in the location where you want to add a marker. So I place my skimmer over here and then just press M to add a marker. So you see that there is a marker came up over here. Now, if you wanted to add some notes to it, you can double click or tap on this marker so that it will give you an option to type something. This is one option. I'm going to cancel it. Or you can press option M directly to the location where you wanted to add marker so that you get both of these options. Marker will be placed in the location as well as it will ask you what you wanted to write. You can add notes to it. So I'm going to add a note, recheck video, and then I'm going to say done. Okay, so there is some information over here. How are you going to see the information? You just need to open it so that you can see it. And deleting a marker is also very easy. You just need to place your skimmer on top of the marker and then just press Ctrl M. That will delete the marker. So I'll delete these two and then just press Ctrl M. The marker has got deleted. Can you edit a marker? Of course you can. How are you going to do that? You just need to double click on this marker so it will pop up. Now generally when you add a marker, it's in blue color. You can see that. Now if you wanted to change the marker to a different type, I'm going to do that here. I'm going to change this marker to do marker. So I just need to click on this. And you notice that the color of this marker turns from blue to red, which indicates that this is a to-do marker. So I'm going to give a description here, add music from here. So then I'm going to click on done. Now you can see my marker turns to red, indicating that this is a to-do marker. So at any point of time in the timeline, I can see that there is something which I need to do. And what if I completed this to-do thing? I added a music. If I wanted to change this to-do list as a completed item, again double click on this and here you have completed button. You just check on it, then it turns to green and then simply click on done, so that people or whoever review your project can easily identify that this is done. Say for example, a client who is reviewing your project can add red color to-do list for some changes that he likes, and he can add descriptions on top of it. And when you get it as an editor, you can carry out the change that they requested and you can move it as completed so that the reviewer understood that it is done. And now another question is, can you change the location of the marker? Yes, you can. You can copy the marker. So how do you do that? You just control click on this marker so that you get different option, and one of that is copy. I'm going to select copy and then I'm going to place my skimmer over here and then simply Command V will paste the marker over there. and you can nudge or move the marker very slowly. I'm going to zoom in, and this is my marker. I selected on it, and if I do control period, the marker is now moving. And if I press control comma, it will go reverse. So that's the way that you can nudge a marker. And as we said in the last video, you can switch between the markers. For that, you need to press on the key control apostrophe and control semicolon. So I'm going to press control apostrophe now. So I shifted to the next marker. So if I press control semicolon, it will take me to the previous marker. So these are some settings that you can play around and understand the marker. Now there is one more marker that you need to study. That is chapter marker. Hope you know what is a chapter in a video. Once you export your video, say for example, if you export a 2-hour lengthy video, your people can see the content of it by chapters, and they can skip from one chapter to another to move to a specific location. In this video, I'm going to make a chapter now. Consider this as a movie of 1 hour length, and I wanted to insert a chapter. So what I need to do, I'm just going to double click on this marker. I'm turning this off, and then I'm turning to chapter marker. So you see the color of the marker change to orange. Now I can give a chapter name here. I'm going to say, this is overall, it's about construction, but here it's about cutting. So I'm saying cutting plates, and then I go and then hit done. Okay, now if I enlarge it, there are 2 markers appear in this timeline. Why is that? So this is the actual marker that we have created, and exactly after 11 frame, there is a icon appeared. What does it mean? For a chapter to be visible on your DVD player or in your corresponding application, there is going to be a thumbnail which is picked from your timeline. So this is the place, or this one is the exact location you can choose for your thumbnail. If you wanted to place the thumbnail as this one, you can do that. So basically this icon is helping you to pick a picture or thumbnail for your chapter. So this is how you add a chapter marker in FCP. So most of the DVD players and Blu-ray disc, as well as all Apple applications like iPod, iPads, all reads these chapters. So that's all about the markers, my dear friends. So you also can check on it, you can work with it, and definitely this is going to be interesting thing as you professionally work with FCP.